it always enters our conversation, and like it's a big thing now. Like, and maybe might be a controversial idea, but I have like one idea, and it's basically after I did my little bit of research, when I was like really worried about the oh, I'm a programmer and like I'm a software engineer, and is my job gonna get like taken by AI and everything?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to that, but first I want to read in February 2023, Google's Bard chatbot made a major mistake. It incorrectly claimed that the James Webb Telescope had captured the world's first images of a planet outside our solar system. This statement, basically, I found it when I was doing the research, and I think it was like I found it in some legit website. Basically, I think it's yeah, okay, it's a legit thing. So what it says is basically bullshit. Like James Webb Telescope never took a photo of our planet outside our solar system. That never happened.
Right.
But the Bard chatbot made that claim, right? And that basically like made me think. I actually made a video also about it. AI sometimes hallucinates. There's a term actually. It's a legit term, like AI hallucination. And the reason that it happens is also the reason why I think that our jobs are not going to be taken by AI.
All right.
Yeah, that was a big drop, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put it in at the start of the video as or make a reel out of it. All right. So the reason it happens is basically because there are three ways that ChatGPT and like most
AI.
of the LLMs. Yeah, that's the word that I was looking for. Any LLMs that work, basically, like they have three ways of getting the information for the AI to learn to then have the output that it has, right? And the sources that it has, that ChatGPT basically claimed that it has on its website, is like from its users, from the internet, and from something else which I don't remember. So if it takes inputs, and if it like if the whole basis of what it says is based on the things that are published on the internet and what the users are saying, then we are feeding AI with data, right? Internet is basically like our shit.
Whatever we put on there.
Yeah. But now, like, think about it. If AI starts writing research papers, or like we all use AI to like post something, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Basically means that the source that AI gets the information is also put out by AI.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And AI models are basically, they work like they have neural networking and then machine learning, I think. And neural networking is basically like splits up any kind of information into like how our brain does it,
Yeah.
into like, it just like breaks the information into several like points, and then like redefines that and collects the points, and then gives it to you. But I think so, yeah, okay. And the machine learning is basically like statistics, right? And like, to tell the story in short, if it just takes all the information and then makes some like new combination, usually depending on what's most popular and most common on the internet, on the sources that it got, and then gives out to you. But it always does like a lot of changes, right? And if the output that it creates is again like fed into itself, like, and every time it processes, it's just like kind of changed something. Let's say, like, that's just gonna like
just a loop.
Yeah, that's just gonna, at some point, it's just gonna change the information to several degrees that it's just out of the line. Like, it's nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Because it kept like iterating on that information and changing a little bit that information, right? like by combining it with other pieces of information,
Yeah.
which seem relevant to the algorithm, right? It just doesn't take like just doesn't combine things like just because it wants to. Like basically, algorithm is written that way. So what I'm trying to say is that if AI is the sole like input for whatever we have on the internet, meaning like whatever we do on the internet, we use AI for it. And if it takes our job, like takes my job, let's say software engineering, and it keeps writing the code, at some point, it's gonna mess up so bad.
Yeah.
Because of what I just said, it's gonna hallucinate so bad.
Yeah.
Now, like Google and OpenAI take some measures, and like they actually know about it and they fix it all the time. But at the same time, like it's true though. Like if AI is basically what I just said, it's a program that it just like feeds all the data and then
processes it
and then gives it out to you. Yeah, spits it out to you. The source that it gets the information from is very important, and we are basically the source.
I want to add thing. So, like when you write on ChatGPT or anything to get it to do something, it always comes up with searching sources, and it will have like the little icons of where the sources come from. Bro, I've seen so many times one of the icons is Wikipedia that it sources its information from, and that's a big thing because if it's sourcing information from whatever sources, it doesn't matter if it's reliable or not. It doesn't have a fact checker on the reliable sources. It just searches from sources, right?
Yeah.
Wikipedia's got a lot of shit on there, right? That's not true. That's been edited, whatever, changed by people.
Yeah,
right?
it's basically public.
Yeah. So if it takes things from that, then and it spews it out to you, how is that? Right? That also feeds into the problem, doesn't it?
Yeah, usually, I mean, I do use ChatGPT, and whenever I do research, like with ChatGPT, I basically say, like, show me the sources, and then check the sources sometimes myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just really gets it wrong.
Yeah,
like,
right.
really mentions the things that are not there.
Yeah.
Not at the source. All right, so maybe, I don't know what the problem is there, but, like, this thing is, like, I kind of want to, like, focus on this thing. I kind of want to, like, put some pressure on it, because, like, it's kind of important, because... if we are the source that the AI gets information from, what's going to happen when we lose our job and like AI is going to do everything,
Yeah.
One. And like, what the heck happened with AI? Like when, like before, like everybody was imagining AI and like robots are just going to basically do like the basic shit that we don't want to do.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like writing poems and everything.
Yeah,
like,
now it's doing everything. It's creating Ghibli animations and like.
Yeah, nobody thought it could do like it would start with the creative like professions basically.
Yeah.
Like we all thought like it would just do basic things like cleaning the table and everything.
Yeah. Do you wipe your ass after you take your shit?
yeah. But that turns out to be the hardest thing. Like,
right.
Like basically, like having AI do shit in the real world is really hard. Why? Because we still don't know how our brain works, but even the basic task. So even the basic task is like very complex. And we don't have to like. Our brain solves it by itself, like automatically, and we don't even notice it, right?
Yeah.
But when you give AI that problem, it's just like it has to like solve a lot of problems. Meaning, if like you just want AI to wipe this, table, right? It has to somehow be able to calculate the distance from its hand to the table and.
Yeah, it has to calculate each and everything that it does.
Everything, exactly, every step. And it has to like put itself in this 3D world that we are in and has to calculate everything at the same time. But we're doing it now without unconsciously. And actually like I don't think our brain is basically like the most optimized machine. So it usually doesn't calculate when it can allow itself not to like do calculations that it doesn't need. Like basically like how kids like always like mess up the distance or like fall and everything. So a lot of the things that we are like confident now, like basic walking, is basically like repetition and like memory. So our basically brain like conserves energy as much as it can, and like doesn't do the calculations repeatedly. Basically, like it just pulls the shit from the memory and everything, right? But it's really hard to put like AI in like a program in a real world. Why? Because you have to like specifically mention everything at the basics. Whenever you write a program, we can do it like on the here like in defined space, and like what I'm saying is like there are not a lot of variables in the computer or like on the phone, but in the real world you have to account for everything, right? The balance, the everything, and at the basics, when you have a robot and you command it like to do something, basically like having like pouring water on a cup and like giving it to me, you have to define every single like literally little shit that like it needs to do basically, like when to like pull the lever, when to stop, or like you have to define the 3D space and like what coordinates it should move and everything, everything.
You're breaking down like your reality into code.
And that's really hard. That's really hard. I mean, AI can we can say AI can do it because AI basically just also like what I just said about the brain. The brain like doesn't usually like calculate everything. It just like does it from the memory. So AI can do it like many of the robots can do it by just like trying it out and like messing it like millions of times, and then now I know what
like a human.
And that leads me like there was another talk with what do you call Tesla robots, what do you call Optimus.
Oh right,
it was like
Tesla robots,
it was like a couple of years ago, I think maybe last year actually, like they did this big presentation in like a this small town where like robots were hanging around with people and like cracking jokes and like doing stuff. A lot of people say it's like basically like Tesla itself. People say that Tesla itself doesn't like specifically mention it, but like a lot of people say that it's the workers of Tesla company basically like talking as the robots.
As robots, I heard about that.
So they're like the robots are not doing shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a conspiracy that.
No, I think it's true. Like there's a bartender robot, and the guy's asking him questions, but the robot sounded way too human. Way too human.
Exactly. So like that's the problem with AI. Like a lot of people think, oh, it's a black box. I mean, it is a black box to be honest. Like still, like a lot of people don't know like how it calculates everything. But it's basically like the basic algorithm, and then you just like scale it, and that's how it just works. So like, kind of want to say AI, nah, it's not going to take our jobs, but at the same time, like, who knows what's going to happen in a couple of years? The things I'm saying are based on the current stage of AI.